We are live stream. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. Come on in, join us on our conversation by listening in, I guess. And then if you like to comment on what's said here, please go ahead and comment. Good morning, Michael. How are you doing?
Good morning, Julie. I'm doing great. It's actually afternoon now, Julie.
It is afternoon now. Oh, yeah, we just passed a few minutes here in California for afternoon. For Michael, you are totally in the afternoon. Today is January 30th, 2023. As always, on Monday, Michael and I get together just to have a conversation here on YouTube and on Facebook. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining out. If you feel that our conversation is beneficial for you, for your followers, for your users, please do share it out. We really appreciate it. So, Michael, if you like to say hello to our viewers, and let's get this conversation started.
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to today's conversation with Julie and myself. It is going to be a great one as usual because it's about on passive. So how can it not be a great one? So awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much, Michael, for joining me today. You know, Michael, yesterday I was at church and I was talking to one of my daughter's friend, and the conversation that we had yesterday is revolving about the phone, right? Majority of the things that my daughter and I personally having confrontations or, you know, like heavy conversation, it's about the phone. It's about she's spending so much time on the phone, or I am too myself. And so I shared with a friend with this mom yesterday, and she has the same problem. And so I thought, you know, maybe we talk about the digital solutions. How does On Passive bring that solutions in to our lives personally and professionally? And so that's the topic we are talking about today, is On Passive, the digital solution. We can talk about either personal, individuals, live, or professional as well. How do you like the topic, Michael? And what, I know we do have a lot to say on this topic.
Yes, it's a very big topic. It can go in so many different directions. As you know, we're basically in the digital age, right? So there are lots of digital solutions around. So yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to have a lot to talk about this. But you're absolutely right, though. It is something that has impacted our lives, whether we like it or not, right? It's there, as you mentioned about the phone. You know, with your daughter, yeah, it's amazing where you see people, you know, their hands is always on their phone, you know, or the phone is not far from them, you know. For my family, for example, when I go to bed, my phone is nowhere close to me, right? I leave it in the office because if somebody's texting me from India or something like that, and it's, you know, the time difference, so yeah, it's become a way of life for so many people. So it's important that all of us get a good understanding of it, for sure.
Absolutely. And for all of us who have been observing and seeing the development of On Passive in the past years, we do understand that On Passive is focusing on, you know, creating this digital solutions, this AI with hearts, not only to individuals, the children, which we know that there are something coming up really, really huge for the children. And then not only that, it's something that's really truly helping the business as well. I believe that not only that On Passive is the future of internet, but it is going to eradicate the poverty, you know, like giving us the safe net of just having it in our life. And I believe On Passive will be in every hand, every conversations of the people in the world.
Con mà biếu hoạt huyết, mẹ chồng con sẽ hết tê bì chân tay và còn quý con hơn cả con gái đấy.
Anh Tuấn kinh doanh tốt, chắc là chu cấp cho bác nhiều hơn hẳn chị Hoa bác nhỉ?
Đúng vậy, nhưng bác lại thấy chị Hoa hiếu thảo nhất đấy. Ngạc nhiên hả? Bác bị mất ngủ kinh niên, cứ mấy tháng chị lại biếu 10 hộp hoạt huyết nhất nhất. Bác uống hàng ngày và ngủ ngon nên vui lắm. Mẹ con còn nói vui là nhà này mỗi cái hoa là hiếu thảo.
Vậy là cả mẹ con cũng khen chị Hoa à?
Mẹ con bị chóng mặt, rất khó chịu. Bác cho hoạt huyết nhất nhất uống cũng hết chóng mặt. Mẹ con tủi thân đấy. Vì các con chu cấp tiền nhưng lại chẳng để ý đến bố mẹ có bệnh, khó chịu, mệt mỏi.
Chết thật, con vô tâm quá. Bố mẹ chồng con cũng bị chóng mặt, mất ngủ, cả đầu nữa. Mà con chẳng để ý gì cả. Kỳ này con sẽ mua hoạt huyết nhất nhất về cho cả mẹ con và bố mẹ chồng con dùng luôn bác ạ.
Con mà biếu hoạt huyết nhất nhất, mẹ chồng con sẽ hết đau mỏi vai gáy, hết tê bì chân tay và còn quý con hơn cả con gái đấy. Người già, quan trọng nhất là sức khỏe mà con.
Dạ vâng, con hiểu rồi, con cảm ơn bác ạ.
Hoạt huyết nhất nhất tăng cường máu lên não, làm hết mất ngủ, chóng mặt, đau đầu, suy giảm trí nhớ, tăng cường máu đến vùng vai gáy, các chi, làm hết đau mỏi vai gáy, tê bì chân tay. Hoạt huyết nhất nhất, chú ý bệnh nặng tăng liều 6 đến 8 viên mỗi ngày.
Đọc kỹ hướng dẫn khi sử dụng.
Sản phẩm chỉ bán tại các nhà thuốc. Bạn bị mất ngủ, không buồn ngủ, khó vào giấc ngủ, ngủ chập chờn không sâu, ngủ hay mê sảng, nửa đêm thức giấc trằn trọc không ngủ tiếp được, gần sáng lại ngủ, sáng dậy thiếu ngủ, mệt mỏi, ban ngày ngủ gà ngủ gật. Bạn bị tiền đình, chóng mặt, hoa mắt. Chóng mặt có thể xảy ra đột ngột khi ngồi dậy, đứng lên, gây choáng váng, say sẩm, đi đứng loạng choạng hoặc xuất hiện những cơn chóng mặt nhẹ, dai dẳng, mãn tính. Bạn bị đau đầu, đau nhói có thể chỉ xoáy vào một điểm cố định như dùi đâm, đau có thể di chuyển giữa đỉnh đầu, trán, vùng mắt, thái dương, lan đến vùng chẩm vai, gáy, đau tăng lên khi làm việc căng thẳng. Bạn bị suy giảm trí nhớ, chậm nhớ, chóng quên, thường xuyên quên những việc hàng ngày như ví tiền, khóa cửa. Bạn bị đau mỏi vai gáy, cứng cổ, đau lan xuống bả vai, cánh tay, cẳng tay, đau nhiều về đêm, trời lạnh. Bạn bị tê bì, châm chích, mất cảm giác ở ngón tay út, ngón thứ tư, ở bàn, ngón chân tay, lan lên đùi, mông, làm mất ngủ, chóng mặt, hoa mắt, đau đầu, suy giảm trí nhớ, đau mỏi vai gáy, tê bì chân tay, chủ yếu do suy giảm tuần hoàn nên điều trị hiệu quả nhất chính là tăng cường lưu thông máu.
Hoạt huyết nhất nhất tăng cường máu lên não, làm hết mất ngủ, chóng mặt, đau đầu, suy giảm trí nhớ, tăng cường máu đến vùng vai gáy, các chi, làm hết đau mỏi vai gáy, tê bì chân tay.
Nghiên cứu lâm sàng so sánh thuốc hoạt huyết nhất nhất với ginkgo biloba nổi tiếng thế giới của Pháp đã được Bộ Y tế nghiệm thu. Kết quả, thuốc hoạt huyết nhất nhất hiệu quả vượt trội thuốc hoạt huyết dưỡng não ginkgo biloba nổi tiếng thế giới của Pháp trong điều trị mất ngủ, chóng mặt, đau mỏi vai gáy, tê bì chân tay. Sản phẩm chỉ bán tại các nhà thuốc.
Anh Tuấn kinh doanh tốt, chắc là chu cấp cho bác nhiều hơn hẳn chị Hoa bác nhỉ?
Đúng vậy, nhưng bác lại thấy chị Hoa hiếu thảo nhất đấy. Ngạc nhiên hả? Bác bị mất ngủ kinh niên, cứ mấy tháng chị lại biếu 10 hộp hoạt huyết nhất nhất. Bác uống hàng ngày và ngủ ngon nên vui lắm. Mẹ con còn nói vui là nhà này mỗi cái hoa là hiếu thảo.
Vậy là cả mẹ con cũng khen chị Hoa à?
Mẹ con bị chóng mặt, rất khó chịu. Bác cho hoạt huyết nhất nhất uống cũng hết chóng mặt. Mẹ con tủi thân đấy. Vì các con chu cấp tiền nhưng lại chẳng để ý đến bố mẹ có bệnh, khó chịu, mệt mỏi.
Chết thật, con vô tâm quá. Bố mẹ chồng con cũng bị chóng mặt, mất ngủ, cả đầu nữa. Mà con chẳng để ý gì cả. Kỳ này con sẽ mua hoạt huyết nhất nhất về cho cả mẹ con và bố mẹ chồng con dùng luôn bác ạ.
Con mà biếu hoạt huyết nhất nhất, mẹ chồng con sẽ hết đau mỏi vai gáy, hết tê bì chân tay và còn quý con hơn cả con gái đấy. Người già, quan trọng nhất là sức khỏe mà con.
Dạ vâng, con hiểu rồi, con cảm ơn bác ạ.
Hoạt huyết nhất nhất tăng cường máu lên não, làm hết mất ngủ, chóng mặt, đau đầu, suy giảm trí nhớ, tăng cường máu đến vùng vai gáy, các chi, làm hết đau mỏi vai gáy, tê bì chân tay.
Bạn bị mất ngủ, không buồn ngủ, khó vào giấc ngủ, ngủ chập chờn không sâu, ngủ hay mê sảng, nửa đêm thức giấc trằn trọc không ngủ tiếp được, gần sáng lại ngủ, sáng dậy thiếu ngủ, mệt mỏi, ban ngày ngủ gà ngủ gật. Bạn bị tiền đình, chóng mặt, hoa mắt. Chóng mặt có thể xảy ra đột ngột khi ngồi dậy, đứng lên, gây choáng váng, say sẩm, đi đứng loạng choạng hoặc xuất hiện những cơn chóng mặt nhẹ, dai dẳng, mãn tính. Bạn bị đau đầu, đau nhói có thể chỉ xoáy vào một điểm cố định như dùi đâm, đau có thể di chuyển giữa đỉnh đầu, trán, vùng mắt, thái dương, lan đến vùng chẩm vai, gáy, đau tăng lên khi làm việc căng thẳng. Bạn bị suy giảm trí nhớ, chậm nhớ, chóng quên, thường xuyên quên những việc hàng ngày như ví tiền, khóa cửa. Bạn bị đau mỏi vai gáy, cứng cổ, đau lan xuống bả vai, cánh tay, cẳng tay, đau nhiều về đêm, trời lạnh. Bạn bị tê bì, châm chích, mất cảm giác ở ngón tay út, ngón thứ tư, ở bàn, ngón chân tay, lan lên đùi, mông, làm mất ngủ, chóng mặt, hoa mắt, đau đầu, suy giảm trí nhớ, đau mỏi vai gáy, tê bì chân tay, chủ yếu do suy giảm tuần hoàn nên điều trị hiệu quả nhất chính là tăng cường lưu thông máu.
Hoạt huyết nhất nhất tăng cường máu lên não, làm hết mất ngủ, chóng mặt, đau đầu, suy giảm trí nhớ, tăng cường máu đến vùng vai gáy, các chi, làm hết đau mỏi vai gáy, tê bì chân tay.
Nghiên cứu lâm sàng so sánh thuốc hoạt huyết nhất nhất với ginkgo biloba nổi tiếng thế giới của Pháp đã được Bộ Y tế nghiệm thu. Kết quả, thuốc hoạt huyết nhất nhất hiệu quả vượt trội thuốc hoạt huyết dưỡng não ginkgo biloba nổi tiếng thế giới của Pháp trong điều trị mất ngủ, chóng mặt, đau mỏi vai gáy, tê bì chân tay.
Đã biết Misa SME chưa? SME dễ triển khai, dễ sử dụng,
không chỉ đáp ứng đầy đủ nghiệp vụ báo cáo theo đúng chế độ ban hành, phù hợp với mọi doanh nghiệp thuộc lĩnh vực thương mại, dịch vụ, sản xuất hay xây lắp, SME còn cung cấp hàng trăm biểu đồ, báo cáo quản trị có thể tùy chỉnh linh hoạt theo nhu cầu đặc thù của từng doanh nghiệp. Nhập liệu thông minh. SME tự động hóa công tác kế toán, giúp tiết kiệm đến 80% thời gian, công sức nhập liệu. Chương trình tự động nhận hóa đơn đầu vào từ nhà cung cấp, tự động kiểm tra tính hợp lệ, hợp pháp của hóa đơn và tự động nhập liệu vào phần mềm. SME còn kết nối với hệ thống ngân hàng điện tử, tự động lấy về phần mềm các giao dịch ngân hàng để hạch toán nghiệp vụ thu, chi tiền gửi, đối trừ công nợ. Tự động đối chiếu sổ tiền gửi và sổ phụ, đảm bảo số liệu luôn khớp đúng với ngân hàng. Ngồi tại văn phòng, bạn có thể dễ dàng chuyển tiền trả nhà cung cấp, trả lương nhân viên hay tra cứu số dư tài khoản. Đặc biệt, các dịch vụ hóa đơn điện tử cũng được tích hợp trực tiếp trên SME, cho phép phát hành hóa đơn ngay trên phần mềm. Không chỉ vậy, SME còn là một trợ lý thông minh giúp bạn tìm thấy ngay tính năng, chứng từ, báo cáo mà không cần biết tính năng đó nằm ở đâu trên phần mềm. Phần mềm tự ước tính được số thuế thu nhập doanh nghiệp tạm nộp hàng quý, luôn cập nhật chính xác tỷ giá hạch toán theo đúng tỷ giá công bố của ngân hàng Vietcombank và luôn kịp thời cảnh báo, nhắc nhở để hỗ trợ công việc kế toán như nhắc nhở đến hạn kê khai, quyết toán và nộp thuế, cảnh báo hàng hóa sắp hết số tồn trong kho, sắp hết hạn, quá hạn, nhắc hóa đơn sắp đến hạn, quá hạn thanh toán và rất nhiều cảnh báo nhắc nhở khác. Đừng bỏ lỡ, hãy trải nghiệm những tính năng tuyệt vời của Misa SME ngay hôm nay.
Yeah. I mean, you can't talk about digital solutions without talking about security, right? Because in this world, unfortunately, there's a lot of crazy people out there, so we have to be so careful, so mindful, everything we do, virus here, virus there, someone hacking there, it's just crazy. So we really have to be so careful. A lot of people go online and they're clicking stuff, and next thing you know, their computer is infected. There's been so many data breaches over the years. That's not going to stop. There's going to be more of that. So people have to be so careful because that's just the time that we're living in today.
Absolutely. We know that OnPassive is offering 3 free of charge products, which we're looking forward to have our hands on. We actually, as brand ambassadors, we do have our hands in, beta or test drive these products, the ONet, the OMail, and OTrim. Michael, I feel very safely using our ONet. It's a social media platform. Products that we are using. We call it platform, we call it products. But to me, I feel like I know everyone that are using ONet, right? And this is another thing, is that so many of us, we are now live stream on Facebook, on YouTube, but do we really know all the friends, all the people that interact with us, the information, or we really don't? I mean, I have 5,000 friends, but do I really know those 5,000 friends that are, in that? But I truly feel that the safeness of it, and then we actually know the information that we share on there, and within OnPassive, we do have a control of how much we can share the information on our social media platform. And I think it makes me feel safe. And also, if my daughter is using, I feel pretty safe to have her using it.
Yeah, it's certainly important to have control of your information, control of what you're exposed to. A quick example, just the other day, I was revisiting some past advertising sources that I've used over the years, and I clicked on some of those links that I had stored, and it wasn't nice what I saw, So we have to be so careful. And these were, they were legitimate sources, of course, but things change over time, right? Domain names change hands and stuff like that. And so content on one particular website, for example, a month later, a year later, years later, could quickly be something else. And if you putting stuff out there without checking, for example, like can you imagine that I put something up and I didn't check, exactly where the link points to it and stuff like that? it just wouldn't be a pretty scene. So it is so important in today's climate that we are careful in everything that we're doing. Whether it be our data in our phone, whether it be our surfing, whether it be the various contacts that we have on social media. So yeah, that is something that is paramount for OnPassive, is to make sure that customers will have a safe environment to interact on the internet. And that's what we talk about when we talk about, the future of the internet, right? Is to be able to give people a much better place than what we have right now, for them to continue to do whatever it is that they do online. Safety is always important. It is, even offline. We know a lot of people go missing and all these things. So everything that we do nowadays, we just have to be careful. And OnPassive is ensuring that with some of the breakthrough products that they're coming out with, to assist in that area. So yeah, we are well equipped and well versed for that, where OnPassive is concerned. Totally.
We know that we have old mail, which is something that we love, unlimited storage amount. It's more convenient. We can just do a video and we can send it, unlimited amount of storage, unlimited space. We don't have to sit and delete all the spam emails that we have. I think that was kind of like a really true pain. If you don't have a business, that every time when you give your email out to someplace, you get spam after spam. So, safety is one thing, but I think whatever that we can to streamline, to actually saving time for us, I think it's really, truly amazing what OnPassive is creating. Now, that was more on an individual personal level. Let's move on to how does OnPassive as digital solutions for business? I think it's really, truly, as a business owner, many of us have been using, business owners have been using so many old system that is not only old, is not connecting all together. We've talked about OnPassive is interconnected, and I believe OnPassive is a huge digital solutions for business owners if they truly tap into what we're talking about here, Michael.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Companies are always trying to be more effective, more efficient in everything that they do. And so when you have certain tools, right? Certain tools, they can aid in that, right? For example, something as simple as an ad tracker. For a lot of people, it's not something that they pay attention to, but from a company standpoint, from a business standpoint, it's important to track your activities, track your marketing, right? So you have that. Even from email campaigns, it's important to always communicate with your customers, right? If you have a lot of clients, you want to be able to do that in an efficient manner, not one that's taking your time to do all the work. So with various digital solutions, you can automate that process, okay? So that's going to free up a lot of time and resources for that business, their staff, et cetera. And there's lots of other ways, to do that as well. But the point is, it's going to help companies streamline their activities. It's going to help reduce their costs, and it's going to save them time and money. So that's a good thing, right? From a business standpoint, it's certainly going to impact their bottom line. So it is something that companies have to look at. They're engaged in it right now, but OnPassive is going to bring everything seamlessly under one roof. So that way, again, it's going to save even more time, right? It's so much easier to have everything in one place, single sign-on, as opposed to you're jumping here, jumping there, jumping there. You have to remember this password, that password, all these things that somebody has to do it within the company. But if you can use software, if you can use tools, digital solutions, they will certainly help you and help your business to grow far more effectively than what has been done in the past.
Absolutely. It's truly helping company modernize the various systems, like you said, all in one place. And then also, as a business owner, we always thrive to meet the evolving needs of the customers, right? Not only that, it's really truly helped, business owner through a pandemic. We've gone through pandemic where so many businesses have to close their door because they don't have the support. They don't have the system. Not only that, they don't have a fund to fund the changes or not able to adjusting with the change. So I believe that OnPassive is a true digital solutions for businesses, startup or businesses that have been in on business for so many years. It is a place to be.
Absolutely. As a going concern, right? So a business that's been around for a while, you still have to keep your name in front of your customers and potential customers, right? It's a very competitive world out there, right? So one way of basically having that strategic advantage is just from a simple communication standpoint, right? If you're constantly communicating with your customers, then again, the whole idea of liking you, trusting you, right? That's so important. And even to get new customers, right? And this is one of the reasons why we see OnPassive doing so much branding, right? Like, you know, most founders, most individuals are like, why, right? But studies have shown that in order to get someone to purchase from you, it usually takes around 6 to 8 exposure, right? So they need to see you 6 to 8 times before they start to like, start to trust, and want to buy from you. So it's not just, oh, let's just throw a product at someone and oh, they're going to buy it because it's a great product. No, right? It takes a lot of massaging, you know, a lot of introduction, right? You have to have all of that in order to get these automated sales that we're all looking for, right? So that's very, very important. And so again, having digital solutions in place, you know, such as an autoresponder, just to give you a quick example, right? That can allow you to promote, you know, whatever the offer may be, right? It can put your brand, you know, in front of customers on a regular basis without you having to keep sending communication. You know, you just program the software knows exactly what to do, when to do it, etc. And it goes 365 days a year without you having to lift a finger, right? So that's one way of helping you make sales even while you're sleeping. You know, so OnPassive has it all, right? They're taking care of everything. They're making sure that there's no stones unturned. So that way they're putting together, you know, the best possible solutions for individuals as well as businesses and companies. So we're in great shape, Julie.
We absolutely are. And I believe that there are so many business owners who getting to know OnPassive will have a digital transformation. And if businesses that have not done that or have not thinking about of that digital transformation in their business, they truly really need to look in. I have a few points here that I wanted to bring up, and I know we cover many of them. But within OnPassive, and now this is based on my understanding of, you know, of OnPassive, of the digital solutions that OnPassive provide. And this is what I literally putting it together here. So OnPassive providing the digital solutions, and these are 5 important points that I thought, you know, I got these from one of our blog, actually. This is the cheat sheet that I have put together. So cloud storage solutions, if you are looking for that, right? Right? I didn't hear it. Say that one more time. Just
send me a copy of the cheat sheet. That's
literally like written in pencil. Okay, so cloud storage solution, that's one point. Effective collaborations, communications between teams, between customers, you know, business owners and customer, or even friends and family, right? Also providing skill set and knowledge. Next, we have providing cybersecurity solutions and bring digital's cultural. And I believe that a lot of the things that OnPassive are putting together truly setting up a new path, a new way of being involved in internet or being on the digital space. The more I get to know about OnPassive, Michael, the more I know it is a blessings to the world, based on some of the points that I read through in some of the articles and based on our observations observing on passive in the past years?
Well, of course, as you mentioned, like cloud storage, for example, in this age that we're in, where people are working from home, people are working remotely, it's important to be able to have access to information, right? So if your company can upload certain information in the cloud, doesn't matter where you are, you can access that information. So that's going to now help different teams, right, regardless of whether they're together physically or not, to be able to collaborate, be able to work together, right? So again, another way of helping streamline the work environment, streamline the activity that is needed, right? And bringing employees together, again, creating that synergy and helping them to be more effective in their day-to-day communication and all that they have to do for their job, right? So these are all important points, Julie, and this is what OnPassive is providing. This is what OnPassive is working on, the various products, and not just one, but the various products, and because they're all interconnected, right? People will be able to utilize them in an effective manner. Having a VPN service, for example, again, providing the necessary data security that people will need going forward, right? So, we have all the solutions that is needed, right, to take us forward, take us into the future, and to create this new internet that we're all talking about. So there's lots of different challenges that people are faced within the work environment. Even in, you mentioned skill sets, right, and knowledge, right? Again, right, but you can use digital solutions to help improve your employees' skill sets, right? So there's so much that's involved here. And as we said, it's a very, very big topic, and not to get too technical in it, right? Just to keep it as simple as possible for our listeners, right? But the bottom line is people will be able to have everything under one roof, and it'll be easy for them to utilize it because OnPassive is making it simple.
Absolutely, and I love it for the fact that the next step for business owner is OnPassive. The next stop for business owner is OnPassive, and it's truly that OnPassive is the future of internet. And if you like to know more information about OnPassive, definitely go to onpassive.com and definitely go to the blog to read about, because there are so many informations in our blog page. Michael, we know that OnPassive has done everything, not only the tools, then the services. Now, being a business owner, you get beautiful tools, you get this beautiful business that you are creating, having awesome tools, but the hardest part for business owners are getting customers, seeing their products, getting customers right in front of their door, seeing what the service and the tools that they are offer. Knowing that OnPassive will provide the targeted traffic to customers really put me at ease. I'm in real estate. I'm a real estate agent. I have to pay so much money in order to get a property that I listed, or in order for me to get a buyer. For some of the real estate properties out there, I had to pay so much money in order to have them seeing what I do, or seeing the brand, to brand myself. So knowing that OnPassive is a total solution, digital solutions, and also helping my business all around. I'm so looking forward to some of the products, the services, and the targeted traffics that OnPassive will bring to my business. Michael, it's amazing.
Absolutely, like targeted traffic is so important. A lot of people can create a great website. They may have fantastic products, but if you can't get anyone to view it, right? If no one knows that you exist, no one knows where to find you, nowhere to get your products, it doesn't matter how great they are, right? So it's important, and you said it, Julie, targeted traffic, right? There's a difference between traffic and targeted traffic, right? Traffic, that's just run of the mill, that's just anything, right? But targeted is simply because you want to have, be able to connect, here's a product, And these are people who want that particular product, and you bring them together, as opposed to, okay, here's a bunch of people and here's my product. Let's just throw them there and just see if anybody inside there is really looking. You're going to waste so much money doing that. And that's why it's important, to make sure even your website that is optimized for search engines, as an example, so that when people are searching, right, it's a relevant search that's popping up to your site, right, for your particular product, right? So that's very, very important. So targeted traffic, the company will be able to provide that for you, for your company, for your business. That is massive, right? That is massive, and that's going to help in turn generate new customers for that company, for that business, right? So yeah, you're excited. I'm over the moon where targeted traffic is concerned, because I know that, visitors, you have to have them, and you want to have real eyeballs, not some computer generated click, but actually real people taking a look at what you have to offer. It will make a huge difference in your bottom line, in your sales, in your commissions, in your income, in your profits.
Absolutely. I love this conversation, and I know we are here to continuously share on passive with the world because it's amazing. I know you are too, Michael. When you love something, you cannot stop talking about it. And that's exactly what I am doing. So everyone, if you're currently watching this, and if you are brand ambassadors of On Passive, congratulations, you have the beautiful gift of life in your hand. And if you are not brand ambassador of On Passive and truly want to know more and learn more about On Passive, you definitely can go to onpassive.com. However, if you are a friend of mine here, you could also go to coolai.hub if you like to coolaihub.com. I don't even know my website. You could opt in to receive some information if you like, or you can definitely get back with whoever that are talking about On Passive with you. The reason why I'm sending you to the people that you love and the people that you're comfortable to have the On Passive communications or talk with them, because they know you, they know what your needs, right? And you actually close to someone where you could open up, this is some of the things that I'm going through, problems with my businesses. And it's best to talk to someone that you already know, right? And get together with them, because coming up, we do have products that are going to come out and you're going to love it. And some of those products we already said are free. So I'm excited, and I know that we can talk all day about On Passive, Michael, but I think we're going to wrap up this conversations that On Passive is digital solutions. And if that's something that you need, if you need a solution to your business, On Passive is your next stop. So don't forget to check out onpassive.com, or if you like to, opt in to work with me personally, you can go to coolai.hub.com or get back with anyone who share On Passive with you, because they will share with you their experience and the things that they learned in the past few years. Michael, I know that I've talked to you about this webinar, coming up on Thursday, and you accepted the invitation. I wanted to let everyone who are brand ambassadors here on Thursday coming up, I think February something, the Thursday, tomorrow is the 31st. And anyway, the 5th, I think. I will post it out there. We're going to have a webinar where we only use it for brand ambassadors. We get together and to see how we can help as the entire group of friends get together, how we can help all of us to share On Passive with the world. So Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and I will post that shortly. Michael's going to be there. There's going to be a lot of brand ambassadors there. If you come on and you feel that you have something valuable you want to share, you'll probably have a few minutes to share. It's going to be a fun one, right, Michael?
Well, anytime we get together, Julie, it's always fun. Like Susie likes to say, that's her favorite F word. So Fun indeed, right? Because our business is fun. On passive is fun. And as far as, who will need or want to use on passive products, quite frankly, everyone will, right? People engage in social media. Okay, so on passive has something for you. People are engaged in marketing. Passive has something for you, and so on, right? Even to have, for companies who are utilizing social media in their marketing efforts, to be able to have a tool that can schedule your social media posts. You want to automate as much as you possibly can. And Julie, we want to be in Bora Bora, as an example, enjoying life, while our business is working for us, right? If you have your businesses working for you 24 hours a day, and you don't have to be there for any of that, that's fantastic. That's exactly what people are looking for nowadays. Because whether you're a lawyer, doctor, accountant, teacher, it doesn't matter. Chances are you're not a salesperson. Chances are you can't sell products and services, right? So, this is why companies have a sales department or a sales force, right? So to be able to utilize tools such as what OnPassive will provide will make a huge difference in so many people's lives, simply because they can now be part of that without actually having to be the sellers, themselves per se, right? You don't have a sales background, you're not going to do well in selling, right? It's just as simple as that. But you can have tools, you can have software that can do all that for you, automate the entire process, and you're good to go, right? That's what OnPassive is all about.
Absolutely. When you're on it, you're just being passive, right? And one of the things that I love so much too, Michael, is that we share. We use something, we love it, we share it. And it's as simple as that, right? So it doesn't matter who you are. It's as long as you're in OnPassive, you use the products that OnPassive created, you love it, and you share. And important thing is that you don't have to jump from one to another product, to another app, to another platform. It's all one sign in, and you're in. You're in for good, right? It is so amazing for us to have that opportunity to be here as brand ambassadors, as someone who have a chance to truly share what we love, and OnPassive giving us that opportunity. We started from the top. We started with, look in the back of us, the image before, with a naming right on the metro station. There's a trash car that's coming, so that has a lot of those noise. But I wanted to share that thought because we started where? We started, yes, in India, where the hub, the technology part, but we also started in Dubai on the very top. None of the technology company are started from the very top. Michael, if you could take the mic, this is very noisy here.
No problem. There's a famous song out there that says started from the bottom, now we're here, right? Well, guess what? Our song will be started from the top, right? And now we're here. So that's just different, because that's usually what happens, is that people are starting at the bottom, right? And then they'll work their way up and so on, right? With OnPassive, no, we're actually going to be starting from the top. Everything that we're doing is over the top, right? So, you just can't find that anywhere else. Right? You really can't. It's hard to, go back to going out there, hitting the pavement, doing all these things that are passé as far as I'm concerned, right? Now it's all about digital. It's all about digital solutions, digital marketing solutions. Be able to automate as much as you possibly can in your business, in your day-to-day life. That's what it's about, right? And that's how you get your time back. That's how you get your time freedom, right? And when you can add in sales into that, then that gives you the total freedom, right? So it's just incredible what OnPassive has to offer. And I believe that in time, more and more people will see that as we start to get these customers on board, utilizing especially the free products. Free products can make you as wealthy as you want to be, okay? Free products can. It's just a matter of knowing how to utilize that, right? And so OnPassive have, all the brains behind it that we need to make sure we're able to, maximize the potential of these products. And these are, they're free products, but they're worth something. It's not like they're not worth anything, so they're free. No, absolutely not. Each of those products, or any one of them, you can actually make an entire business out of it, right? So what we have here is incredible, folks. So if you haven't taken a look at On Passive, certainly do so. For those of you who are already in as brand ambassadors, continue to keep the faith, because we are going somewhere, and that somewhere is very, very special. It's all about uplifting humanity, and people are going to be in for the greatest ride of their life.
Absolutely, Michael. You're talking about us being brand ambassador here, and I really have this this equation, this freedom equation that I wanted to share with everyone. Once I know On Passive, I have made a decision to, On Passive is my business, right? The brand ambassador position and where I am today, it is my business. I treat On Passive as it is my own business. Therefore, I remember years ago, I put together an equation. We call it, at that time, my husband and I, we put together an equation. We call it a freedom equation. So first of all is you got to identify what you really want, right? We have that. And then you stay focused, right? So identify what you want, plus staying focused, plus taking action, massive action, plus creating that momentum, you equal freedom, right? So once again, identify what you want, stay focused, right? Take massive action, you create the momentum, you got total freedom. So I wanted to share this here with all of us here as brand ambassadors or as business owner. If we could focus on identifying what we want and then stay focused on that, work on that plan, right? Work on that plan and then do a massive action. Do whatever we can, take that massive action. We sleep with On Passive, we eat with On Passive. Everywhere we go, we talk about On Passive. Those are the actions that we take. And when we do all of that, we create that momentum for all of us to be able to be successful in On Passive business. And that's how I have that attitude, that mindset. On Passive is the best business ever, right? So let's end with that note, Michael, unless you have any other word of wisdom do you want to share to end this?
No, I thought that was perfect what you said. So let's end with that one.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us on Facebook and on YouTube. Please continue to share On Passive with others. And if you feel that this conversation today is beneficial, valuable to you, please go ahead and share that out there. Thanks so much for joining us today. God bless. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. Today is